let's move on to the speaking IELTS part 3. This is discussion questions. The topic about making decisions. So the first question, in your opinion, is it better to make decisions alone or with others?
That is a hard question in itself, but I'm gonna have to say that I think it's better to make decisions when you're alone, because it's so easy to kind of get swayed by other people, because you know about peer pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very real thing, and there's actually a phenomenon when your decision making gets kind of hazy when you're in a group environment. I can't remember what it's called, but making decisions with other people can sometimes lead to not being true to yourself. So I think the best thing to do is just sit alone with yourself and your thoughts, kind of go over the consequences that each choice may hold, and then make a decision based on what you think would be the best for you.
Okay. Can you give me an example about your personal decision lately? Like aside from the football and volleyball thing, that you think making decision alone by yourself would be better than with your friends?
I think it's probably choosing whether or not to join a particular club or a particular enrichment, as my school calls it, because, for example, right, I may want to join the guitar club or something, but if I go on and ask my friends, which clubs are you choosing, then I feel like, knowing myself, I would probably end up kind of choosing what my friends are doing. And while it's nice to have the comfort of company, I think just go with your gut instincts and what you think is the right choice, because I just have this mindset that everything that's meant for you will happen one way or another. So just trust in yourself.
Okay. Now, I would like to know your opinion. Why do some people find decision making difficult? Not for yourself, of course, but for people in general.
I think I'm in fact a very indecisive person at times, and it's because there's no right or wrong answer. Both decisions could lead to a good outcome, or maybe it's the other way around actually. No matter what you choose, somebody gets hurt, or something just won't turn out right. So it can be very ambiguous as to which is the better choice. For example, right, choosing to go to the gym or not go to the gym, that's an obvious answer, right? However, there are a lot of things in life, a lot of decisions you have to make that it's just, you have no clue which one is the better choice, and that's the most likely reason why decision making can be so difficult.
Now, do people in your country rely more on intuition or logic when making decisions?
I'm not really sure I can generalize people in my country like that. But I would have to go with logic, because I feel like there can sometimes be this underlying tone of intuition as an emotional response or an emotional decision. I feel like a lot of times adults will tell you to stop listening to your heart and listen to your head instead. And I feel like most of my my mindset to trust intuition comes from a Western culture more, or the people that I've seen saying to trust your instincts are a majority of them are Western. So that's why I think people in my country, in Asia, are more likely to make decisions based on logic and reasoning rather than emotions or intuition.
Now, do you think personality affects decision-making skills?
Could you please clarify what you mean by personality?
Well, for example, if we compare between like cautious people and impulsive people, would they make a decision differently?
Definitely. I think cautious people who tend to overthink or analyze small details will definitely take longer to make decisions because their head is like thinking about every possible way their story could unfold based on what decision they make. Whereas spontaneous, like easygoing, straightforward people are more likely to go with the flow. They usually have that mindset where like whatever happens, happens, like it is what it is. So the choice that they make do not necessarily mean as much. That's what I think.
All right, that's very nice discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time and efforts for today. I hope you get a very high score, high band.
Thank you.
All right, see you next time.
Thank you.
Broken bones, broken heart, where can I be